Hello, combat. How are you? I'm really not sure about this music. Really not sure. Might give that one a thumbs down. Hopefully that won't play again. Happy Monday. Happy first day of the week. Or last day if you're watching in America and it's late on Sunday night. I really don't like this music, I'm sorry. Get rid of that. It's bloody awful. First day, yes, Monday, first day. I'm just going to jump right in. You reckon I like this game? I'm hoping so. I've had it on my to-do list for a while, so I thought, why not? I haven't even started it. Do I get it from a playlist? Yes, I get it from Pretzel, and I'm just playing their everything station just randomly. So whatever comes up, if I like it, I give it a thumbs up, so it goes into my own playlist. If I don't, usually it's quite good, but that one's too quiet. Cyberpunk fan, so it was an easy like for you. Well, as I said, I've had it on my list to do for a while. Why does the stream see it in a little corner and I see it full screen? Oh, is this one of their... Oh, it's one of their ones, isn't it? I need to sort this out. I probably should have... Yes, I probably should have set that up before. Let's pack this one. I probably should have set that up long before, so I knew how it was going to run. Really want that to run in a window. Right, where's my... Let's very quickly... let's actually stick the music back on. Okay, let's have a look. Is there a settings file? Sorry about this. This music's more like it. Right, it doesn't tell me how big it's supposed to be. That's annoying. If you've played this, do you know how I can change the resolution? It's stretching on my screen. Oh, it automatically stretches. This is my bad, because I should have figured this out first. Full screen optional. Screen res 1, default res 3. Windowed, there we go. 1. So now that I've got it in a window, I should be able to. But it's alright, I got it. I just need to. Oh. Up there, I think. Ta-da! On the fly stuff. Right. I need to mess with any of these. I can turn off speech hold. How's the game volume? Come back before you nip off. Hopefully it's okay. And hopefully you can hear me too. Right. Let's just jump straight in. Oh yeah. Games like this, I think, if they're not going to use a native resolution, they should default to windowed mode so you can mess around a bit. I can always turn up the desktop volume, but I don't want to drown anything out. So if it's okay, we'll leave it at that and we'll go straight in. Have a cutscene. Young fella. Looks like he just played with himself in his coat.
Looks like you found the place.
You're sure this is the one?
I'm positive. Lala Sesame goes by Mandala in the trance. There's a big gap in the records, and it's shaped exactly like her.
I thought you said he put a lot of effort into it.
They've been hiding her activity, but weren't covering up their own work very well.
If they did, then Ah!
How are the headaches?
Won't be a problem for much longer.
You understand the plan?
Don't worry. I know exactly what I'm doing.
Is this fully voice acted then throughout? That'd be cool. I like it when they do that. Yeah, it's excellent. I mean, I don't mind reading, but it's nice to have the voices, and then you can use the subtitles for odd words. Or if you've got your volume turned down.
A world built of abstracts and intellect, of tangible thought, where every part has been crafted by an individual soul. It's the purest form of contact a person can have, mind to mind. It's the pinnacle of human achievement. Some might say that achievement in the physical world is somehow more meaningful. To them I say, join the future or be surpassed by it. Within the trance, we are millions of minds as one. But even as far as we've come, there's still one serious flaw. Its reliance on the real world as its backbone.
Not quite sure if she's supposed to be floating or falling. Floating.
And disconnections. Damn.
Oh, she's got bad internet. She must have Sky.
I'll just go and speak to the building manager. It's not like there's anything to be afraid of out there. Let's get this over with.
That's a pretty rubbish house that she's got there. Open inventory. House. There you go. Trance to disconnect. Trance. Okay, and what does that do? Trance. Connecting trance version 11. That's quick.
Better go and talk to the building manager. Ah! Ouch!
You need to open the door first.
Huh?
You can't just walk into it.
Password error, huh? I guess the door's broken too.
Speak to IT.
Contact manager.
Error. Unable to connect.
Trapped?
Trapped in your own stinking flat. For the first time you can remember, the prospect of staying inside your apartment is frightening to you. Door normally opens for them. Ugh. Left click, interact, right click, look at. Oh, it tells me down in this bottom corner if I've got anything that I can interact with. So
I'm
let's
not
have
sure when I got this out of the machine. It's still soggy though.
I don't think soggy is a word I would use to describe nice food. He says that, oh, it's still soggy though, like, that's a good thing. That's not a good thing at all.
Even if I could see out, it's not a nice view. Hundreds of other Skanto apartments in the barrel. The darkness is supposed to encourage people to move out. Not me. Just makes trancing easier.
Cycler. The gaping black chute dominating the food machine's top half is where used trays and cutlery are deposited for recycling. Materials are melted down and vacuum formed into new utensils every time you order a meal. Some places use metal utensils, but down here in the poor blocks it's all just plastic. Apartment's food machine, which pipes your infrequent meals straight into your home, is in semi-solid form. Your machine's been broken for a while, but you haven't noticed. You've been too busy trancing. This horrible mushy stuff is what it delivers. Nice.
The NetGames trophy I won in '84. I don't know why I've still got it. I pretty much scrapped everything else to build the wetware still.
Looks too young to be born in before '84. Shower curtain. The shower curtain glows in eerie yet somehow soothing blue. The project must have finished its final stages. What? Project to what? Have a shower. We've got left locker, middle locker, right locker.
One of the lockers where I keep a few things I've got in meat space.
Meat space,
One
is
of
it?
the lockers where I keep a few things I've got in meat space.
What we're calling it, is it?
One of the
Meat
lockers
space.
where I keep a few things I've got in meat space.
Got a bundle of cables running down.
Exposed fiber optics everywhere. I think they deliberately do this to make it less pleasant to live here.
Door that
Way
won't
out.
open.
Still standing in my way. Normally staying in the apartment would be ideal, but now that I have no choice about it.
Let's check out the shower. Wetware
It
still.
may take up the entire bathroom, but the still is totally worth it. By growing my own wetware at home, I'll never need to leave the apartment again, unless something like this happens.
Oh, pile of clothes. It's full of blue overalls, the kind provided by the city to the unemployed. Made out of cotton paper blend, they are mulched and recycled into new clothing rather than cleaned. This sounds like a lovely place. Britain post-Brexit. That's what you're seeing here. I appear to be wearing clothes though, so...
No. Last time I reached into the pile, there was stuff growing in it.
I didn't understand.
Last time she reached into the clothes, there was something growing in it. Okay. It's very reminiscent of BTL stuff in Shadowrun. I never played Shadowrun. I'm not quite sure what BTL stuff is. You remove the gelatinous clump of a semi-organic wetware you've been cultivating in the still. It looks like it's grown enough to be usable by now. There are some really tough puzzles in this game that are also different each time you play. Oh, better than life. Right, fair enough. I've got a...
It's a homegrown lump of techno-organic wetware gel. It's for connecting my brain's wetware to the external systems.
Sounds horrible. Okay, what if I try and use the food machine? Protein surprise. So here's some protein. The surprise is what it's of. E168 nutrient complex. Sucrogelatin complex. 3D print material. Plastic. Full. Metal. Empty. Eject memory cartridge. This button ejects the Auto Meals memory cartridge. Basically, it is programs that are so good you don't want to leave. Please can actually choose to stay in so long they actually die. Oh, nice. realised I haven't got my ring on and I'm trying to figure out where it was. Pocket upstairs. Please should be people. Oh, okay. I was wondering. People can actually, like kids these days, they stay connected to their phones too long. Right, so I've got a memory module, so I've got... Okay. I need food.
The window frame is welded in. Even if I could open it, it'd be a 150-meter drop to the bottom.
Did I do the washing up? There's a sink. A large drain on the floor means that cleaning the room can involve as little as hosing everything down. Cheap is the way it's done in here. I didn't see a sink. Oh, for my ring. No, I didn't do the washing up, but I cooked dinner. I took the ring off and I put it in my jeans pocket, but I'm not wearing my jeans at the moment. I am wearing trousers, I'm just not wearing my jeans. Before anyone thought I was naked from the waist down. What if I pick up the trophy? Okay, so I've got a trophy, a memory block, wetware, and I can go back in, I guess. But it wasn't working. Lift the grate.
Guess I'm not as strong as I thought. I'm not getting out this way.
Okay. Step 1 of the game. Get out of the apartment. Does this have the thing where you can highlight? No. Bugger. Reaching your arm into the recycling slot can only end in tears. Okay. What about if I try and cycle the trophy? Why not? I don't need it. Machine thinks for a moment, then displays a message. Error. User safety settings enabled. Unable to produce metal utensils due to danger of harm. To change this, please seek administrator permission. Thank you for your cooperation. ENG Foods, your future. Follow plate.
Hey, we're not children! Lousy suicide rate.
It gave me my trophy back, it did. Here's Milton. But I'm not allowed to put metal in. Safety settings enabled.
Hey, we're not children! Lousy suicide rate.
Maybe. I reckon I need something metal to probably get through.
Nah.
No.
I'm not that hungry.
Get through the door or open the panel, maybe?
Still not working. Apparently I can't just wait for the problem to fix itself. Can't rely on anyone else. The panel by the door also controls the apartment's net connection, call system, and thermostat, as well as the door's locking. If you could get inside it, you might be able to set off an emergency unlock.
Might get inside, that's what I thought. So, metal utensils such as a knife might physical memory module containing the recipes that the food machine uses to make its mulch. Pressing. Okay, what if I use...
It's a homegrown lump of techno-organic wetware gel. It's for connecting my brain's wetware to the external systems.
I'm going to try that with the recycler. Feel a flow of new data as your wetware in I don't even know what that word says. Inveigles itself? invite. Is that even in English? Anyway, it does itself into the food machine systems. Does this mean... does this mean I can...
Hey, we're not children. Lousy suicide rate.
So I'm what now? Now I have admin, right? I mean, what does that actually mean?
Hey, we're lousy suicide rate.
Okay. So it hasn't really done anything. Good job. Persuade someone to do something by means of deception or flattery. We cannot inveigle him into putting pen to paper. Oh, you looked it up on Google. Thank you. I consider myself to be quite good at English, and I've never heard of that word. We cannot persuade someone to do something by means of deception. Okay. Problem is, he didn't do anything. Already made a successful connection with the food machine. Better check it. Ah, okay. Right, I get ya. I've made a connection to it. Now I need to connect to it. Right.
Hi, I'm Sheffy, your interactive guide to THE Foods Auto Meal Sweets.
Who are you, and what are you doing in my food machine?
Hi, I'm Sheffy,
We already had this bit.
I'm the voice of your food machine. I'm here to help you make the most of your machine and all the delicious possibilities.
See you later, Combat. Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Have a great stream.
What kind of things can you make?
Using THE's patented and proven protein fiber synthesis reserve system, I'm able to whip up some of the tastiest treats you've ever had.
Like?
Just you wait. Before you know it, you'll be having the most cost-effective food you've ever tasted.
You're dodging the question.
My recipe books are always getting bigger. My best friends at
HE? I'm gonna have that stuck in my head now.
Everything from protein surprise to Nutri-Blood casserole.
Ugh.
Don't be like that.
Yeah,
Give
ugh.
it a try.
Okay, well, I want to put metal in it, so why can't I do
Why
that?
can't I put metal in the recycler?
It might be dangerous. At the request of
Newton Civic Housing Services.
you've been limited to plastic utensils. But isn't plastic great? It's so easy to get clean.
But what if I want something stronger, like steel? That heavy protein mash bends the fork sometimes.
Sorry, no can do. I'm not just a chef. It's my job to keep you safe.
Okay, I don't much like your food.
I've had to live off your crap for 2 years now. It's bland, and it feels like runny puke. I have trouble swallowing, and every mouthful makes starvation that little bit more appealing.
I'm sorry to hear that. Have you tried any of our new recipes recently? Let's look for some.
Let's not.
Oopsie, it looks like I can't connect. Don't worry, you can always use the memory cards in the machine to upload delicious new recipes.
Nice. Okay. What's on your card
What's
now?
on your
Bearing in
recipe
mind,
card?
I have the
On
card.
the menu today, we've got... Uh-oh, looks like the memory card's been taken out of the machine. I'm so sorry. I can't cook without my recipes.
Some master chef you are.
If you can find some new recipes on a memory module, I'd be happy to have a go with them for you. I live to serve.
How do I get trays and cutlery?
Haven't you been eating with us for years?
Humor me.
THE's food machines have self-contained vacuum fillers to recycle utensils. Just put your tray back in the machine when you're done with it.
Okay, so how do I
What's on your recipe card?
On the menu. Uh-oh, I'm so sorry.
Didn't mean to click that.
Some master.
If you can find some, I look at.
I'd say, how do I shut you off?
Stop you stopping me. I need a fork.
Why would you want to do that? Don't you like me? I just want to make sure you're eating right.
So, you object to me smashing you open?
It takes some pretty serious damage to do that. I'm tough. Only qualified THE systems technicians can get me open.
Looks like messing with your software is my best bet then.
Okay. Will the machine work without you?
Will the machine work without you?
If I have an accident, the machine will continue to dispense. We don't want you starving in an emergency now, do we?
Oh. You annoy me.
You're really, really annoying. You know that?
Address all concerns regarding THE.
Avatar to 862.
Chefy to THE. Customer Interactive Regions.
Okay, goodbye
Ciao.
then.
Bye!
Connection you made to the food machine through your wetware. Better see what it can do. Right, I've done that. Oh, no. That didn't do anything.
Hi there!
Hey, you want this?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm afraid I can only receive updates from THE Foods home server.
Do you take new data any other way?
If you want to use new recipes, there's always memory cartridges. Just load it into your THE Foods unit and away we go.
Sounds simple enough.
Idiot-proof meals, that's our motto.
Hey!
Bye now!
Right, so let's come out of this. Right, so what I think I need to do, somehow fiddle with this memory thing. Change the recipes, right? So if I you loaded the memory module into the machine. After a few moments, it begins to glow, indicating a successful connection. Now if I talk to her again, maybe she actually needed that in there.
Hi, I'm Chefy, your interactive guide to
THE.
Auto Meal Sweets.
Right, what's on your recipe card now?
What's on your recipe card now?
On the menu today, we've got Protein Complex A11, Protein Complex E168, and for dessert, Sucrose Gelatin Complex C11.
Sounds delicious.
If you want something a little different, don't forget, you can always download new recipes for me to take a look at.
Okay.
Bye!
Ciao.
I have a feeling I need to change the recipes on the card. How? Oh, it won't come out. Oh no. That memory eject. So, let's come out of this. I want to read the news and check my email. Maybe there's a clue in there as to what I'm supposed to do. From City of Newton, received 10th of July 2087. Circumstances. Dear Miss Sesame, this message is to remind you that you have not been attending your scheduled employment meetings. Not inform us of absences, you risk losing housing support from the city. You're receiving city support benefit for 711 days. Hope that you will be able to improve your circumstances soon. Baron M. O'Shea. Lieutenant Colonel O'Shea. By 28, are these in date? A proposal. Yes, sir, miss. My name is Marcus O'Shea. I'm the chief financier of... Wow. Get spam asking for hundreds of... Even in the future. From T Root. $8. But we haven't seen you in years. No idea if you heard, but there's a big game coming up. Rotunda. If you're up for leaving your apartment, we could probably get you a place on the team XOXOT. From EXS Farmer. I realised there was an attachment thing. EXS Farmer. Do you want the extra interface speed without the extra cost? Extra speed with extra farm. Open attached image for order info. You know that's going to be a virus. I'm going to click it just to see what happens. I got some virus. Toxic Sigma. Good hearing from you. I know it means you want something. Basically, yes. Batch of blue wetware you got is cracked, so you can grow it yourself. Just don't grey goo your place. It needs a few things. Water, since that one makes up 99% of it. Nutrition, it's an organism after all. Heat. The normal stuff it'd cause it to break down, but this blend is activated instead. Error. Right, yeah, so we've got no. Malware. What's on the news? No connection found. Unable to access. Oh. Badly disguised virus package designed to trick the gullible into opening it. It may steal info, force you in botnet, or just wreck systems for the hell of it. Normally, you wouldn't even have come close to downloading it. I reckon we probably should, just for shits and gigs.
No, I'm not storing that in my brain. Not unless I want to wake up in some factory in China in 10 years.
Oh dear. Okay, so I'm no closer. Do I need to actually get some food? How about we back that back in? Hey, protein surprise. A food tray obligingly pops from the machine's serving slot, completely empty. The pipes must be blocked again.
Hey, I'm hungry.
Picked up plastic tray, plastic fork. Okay. Try the nutrient complex. Insufficient material. All of our utensils are 100% recycled. Please return your tray and or add other compatible materials to the machine to enable it to print a new batch. Plastic, right. So if I add my metal.
Hey, we're not chill. How's he suicide?
Guessing it still won't let me put this in.
Hey, how's he?
What if I talk to this thing again? I can't use the malware
I'm not
with.
storing that in my brain. Not unless I want to wake up in some factory.
Hi, I'm Chefy, your interactive guide to THE Foods Auto Meal Sweets.
Why can't I put metal in the recycler?
Why can't I put metal in the recycler?
It might be dangerous. At the request of
Newton Civic Housing Services.
you've been limited to plastic utensils. But isn't plastic great? It's so easy to get clean.
But what if I want something stronger, like steel? That heavy protein mash bends the fork sometimes.
Sorry, no can do. I'm not just a chef. It's my job to keep you safe.
I just like the fact that I'm being kept safe by a anime cartoon.
What's on your recipe card now?
On the menu today, we've got Protein Complex A11, Protein Complex E168, and for dessert, exclusive crown gelatin complex C11.
Sounds delicious.
If you want something
Lovely.
a little different, don't forget, you can always download new recipes for me to take a look at.
Ciao.
Bye!
I can't interact with the malware. She won't let me. I mean, I figured out part of this puzzle. I need a bit of metal. Possibly to get that off, possibly to get that open. Not sure.
Nah. I'm not that hungry.
Obviously, I can put that in there. Plastic's recycled. That one. I got the first one. Should be pots completely empty. Pipes must be locked again.
Hey, I'm hungry.
Tray. Again. Time we go for dessert. I am partial to a bit of dessert.
Hey,
Empty, and I've got a plastic tray again. Okay. Oh. I mean, can I use the fork on door panel? I reckon I need a metal fork.
It broke.
Broke. Flimsy plastic that the fork was made of wasn't up to the task of prizing the panel from the wall. Better quality tools, though. Okay. What about if I use... Plastic tray won't help me get inside the panel. Help me get inside the grate. Careful, anything you drop down there could be lost forever. Use the tray on the cables.
I can't use it like that. I can't use it like that.
Doesn't matter what tools you use, your years of trancing have left you too weak to stand any chance of removing the shutters from the window. Right. Oh, I looked at them. I didn't open them, did I?
Nothing in here.
Stupid.
I usually keep clothes in here. Looks like I need to go to the support office to get more printed. Nothing in here. Ugh, no. Last time I reached into the pile, there was stuff growing in it.
Nothing in any of the drawers.
The still is empty. It'll take at least a few hours to grow another batch of wetware.
Anything
It
in
may
there
take up the
then?
entire bathroom, but the still is totally worth it. By growing my own wetware at home, I'll never need to leave the apartment again, unless something like this happens.
I didn't
The
realise there
vent
was a
cover
vent.
above the door. It lets the air in and keeps the vermin out.
A vent in some way?
I can't get a grip to open it. Not like I could fit through there anyway.
Well, then try your
I
plastic
can't
tray.
use it like that.
Oh, there's a notice. I didn't see that.
Tenancy rules. City housing support. This housing is provided as is by the City Department of Social Welfare, until such time as you are able to secure employment. Basic facilities are provided within. Since your stay is temporary, please do not damage. Temporary? Huh. I've been here for 2 years now. Even if I cared that much about the apartment's rules, the sign's fixed to the wall.
Okay. Take that then. Where? Food machine. Icky food. Definitely something to do. About right, ejecting the memory. Plastic tray in there.
How's his suicide rate?
That doesn't work. Error, no recipe data. Insert memory card. Error, no memory module present. I don't suppose I can use that with the memory block. It isn't compatible with the memory module. Right. What am I? I can't believe I'm stuck on puzzle number 1. Unless maybe a memory block with the malware. Ah! Food machine's memory card has changed colour to indicate the remaining free memory. The virus appears to be enthusiastically devouring it from the inside. Back that on there and see what happens. I'll talk to the thing again.
Hi, I'm Sheffy, your interactive guide to THE Foods Auto Meal Sweets.
Okay, what's on your recipe card now?
What's on your recipe card now?
I see there's some new recipe data. It looks like...
Apparently whatever virus was writing that T-mail is doing some damage. You
Nice.
don't look so good.
It's nothing that can be worked around.
Sounds more like you need someone to put you out of your misery.
Don't much like your food. What about trays and forks?
You don't look so good.
I'm a chef.
That's nice. What about your...
I'm a chef.
Yes?
I'm a chef.
Okay, will the machine work without you?
Machine work without you? What? That doesn't really answer my question.
Listing off the pastas. Right, how do I shut you
How
off?
would I stop you stopping me? I need a fork.
Yeah? How about I stop you stopping me stopping you?
Then I guess I'd have to stop you stopping me stopping you stopping me?
Whoa, you're safe. Dance.
Ciao.
Maybe, now that I've given a virus to the machine, just put my metal in. An error.
Hey, we're not Ozzy.
Cereal.
Hey, Ozzy.
Okay. Still something I'm supposed to do. What?
Bonjour. What place you go faster than?
annoy
You're
me.
really, really annoying. You know that?
This takes one to know one.
What?
Your mama!
Please use the your mama joke.
Why can't I put metal in the recycler?
Not while I'm the boss.
I don't like your food.
I like your face.
Ow.
You don't look so good.
I'm allergic to this.
That's nice. What about your...
I'm a chef.
Yes?
I'm a chef.
You're really, really annoying. You know that?
This takes one to know one.
What?
Your mama!
How do I get trays and cutlery?
Fork!
Yes? And the trays?
Please!
How would I
What?
stop you stopping me? I need a fork.
Yeah? How about I stop you stopping me stopping you?
Then I guess I'd have to stop you stopping me stopping you stopping me?
You're a snake! Dance!
How would I stop you?
Yeah.
Then... Ciao.
Meters in!
So I've managed to give the machine virus. Now what? Our utensils. They want utensils. I take the memory and speak to her. Does she still have the virus, or is the virus purely on the memory card block?
Bonjour! What does you go faster then?
Okay.
Ciao.
Meters in!
Well, I've got the memory block. Machine's got the virus. But what do I actually do now? Get metal in there. What if I memory block in the recycler? Oh, it back in the machine. Commons food machine, which pipes your infrequent meals in semi-solid form.
If I keep randomly cutting cables, I'm going to end up electrocuted eventually.
Oh. Given her a virus, but none of the options for talking to her are actually helping me. What do I do? What do I do?
The panel by the door also controls the apartment's neck. If you could get inside...
Broke the fork, so I don't have the fork anymore. Whack that back in. That one, see what happens. Food tray obligingly pops from the machine serving slot, completely empty. Pipes must be blocked again.
Hey, I'm hungry.
So, hasn't actually. Though it's got a virus. Maybe if I download the virus again. Not download that package any more times than you need to. They might start learning to work together. Much like your food, why can't I put metal in the recycler? How do I shut you off? Work without you, you annoy me, and you don't look good.
Will the machine work without you? What? That doesn't really answer my question. You don't look so good. That's nice. What about your... Yes? How would I stop you?
Yeah? How about I stop you stopping me stopping?
Then I get...
None of these.
I don't like your...
I like your face.
How do I get trays and cutlery? Yeah? Why can't I put...
Not while I'm a boss.
How would I stop you? Then I... Will the machine... That does... You're really, really annoying. You know that?
It takes one to know one.
What?
Your mama.
You don't look so good.
I'm a
That's nice. What about...
I'm a chef.
Yes?
I'm a chef.
Ciao.
So giving the food machine a virus as connection you make. That's giving it a virus, but actually giving me the access I need.
Hey, you want this? Huh?
Yeah, I mean, I know it was backwards, but reading it?
Hey, you want this?
I'm a feed icon.
Huh?
It says, I'm afraid I can only, is the first bit.
Hey.
Can only receive updates from THU Foods home server. Spray with the food.
I can't use it like that.
Memory card with the food.
It's not compatible with it. It's not compatible with it. I don't think it needs a small tin pot. Hey, we're not children! Lousy suicide rate.
So I am, in fact, stuck on the very first puzzle of the game. I think it's got to be something to do with this food.
The wetware won't form a connection with it.
Hold on then. The apartment's centralized systems speak to you more clearly than ever as your wetware joins with its systems.
Still not working.
Right, so
Apparently I can't just wait for the
aha, okay. So I can do it with other electronic devices.
Forsooth, who wouldst summon the guardian of thine abode?
Who the hell are you?
Who are you?
I am the defender, the guardian, the knight. No threat shall dare intrude upon thy domain while I stand watch.
Do you have a name?
I do not wish to trouble my lady with such minute details.
So, just Knight then.
Whatever thy will, my lady.
Tell me about yourself.
Sentinel Systems Nightwear, a data and physical security product of Sentinel Systems version 3.02. Licensed to City of Newton Housing Services.
Let me out.
Seems to be stuck. Can you do anything about that?
Attempting to operate door drive systems. Attempt 2. Attempt 3. It would appear the machinery of the door itself has become fatigued. The terminus is unable to compel activity on the door's part itself. The safety unlock would doubtless serve you well at this juncture.
Can you use the safety unlock?
I'm afraid I cannot. It must be unlatched physically.
So, where is it?
It lies behind the terminal. With sufficient armament, mayhaps thou shalt reach it.
Gee, thanks. I think Sheffy the chef's come down with something.
The steward harbors a blight? Zounds! This shall not be allowed to continue. Foul harbinger!
I've got the door
There
talking
are
to
grave
the
accusations of
food
treason upon your head,
processor.
steward. Stand and face me. We shall see what trial by combat makes of you.
I'm sorry, I don't crave.
Have at thee!
Well, that takes care of her.
Wow, okay. That was interesting. Can I put metal in it now? I can. Yes, right. Recycle that metal. I need a metal fork. Metal recycled. Right, get out made of metal. I need that memory card in. Materials, there are metal. There we go. There we go. After a few moments of mechanical protest, the machine eventually gives in. Picked up a metal tray and a metal fork. Right, now we can metal fork, door panel. That should open the panel. Let me in.
Got it.
We have finally made it past room number 1. Now, you're leaving? Good. $20 earlier. Usements, I think that says.
This is it. Animus Organics.
Oh,
You
Animus.
think Central's right on this one?
I still don't think an AI, however powerful, could predict a crime like this.
However, if it does help us catch the mindjacker.
Central hasn't exactly been generous with the details. I don't really think we're gonna find anything here. There are other, stronger leads we ought to be chasing.
Ooh, we crashed for a moment there. Right, other stronger leads. So I have a car. An expensive looking car sits on the road. We're in a worse mood, you might be inclined to ticket it.
I always make sure this is the car we take out.
They're all the same, Charlie.
No, they're not. This one's mine.
reception, the company's front desk. In a big firm like this, you'd expect to be manned 24/7, but the staff have disappeared. The controls for summoning the elevator. The keycard slot sits below the panel. Okay. While you technically have the authority to commandeer vehicles for sale business, Central would need a very good reason to override the car's systems. Oh, I thought I was...
Hey, anyone there?
For some reason I thought I was the woman.
Doesn't look like anyone's around.
The elevator's locked. Panel says authorized personnel only.
I guess we need to find someone who counts as authorized, then.
Okay, is there a bell or something on reception? Ow!
What the hell?
Damn, that's gotta hurt. Man is the victim of a long drop, but from where and why? Rifle through his pockets.
What'd you find?
A security card. This man was custodial staff, a janitor.
Probably not our mindjacker's target, then.
Still, I don't think this was an accident. We need to find out what's going on here.
That key card should get me. I have a traveller. What's a traveller? Cell issue traveller. Like this. Anyways, capable of making calls and running apps. Specialized model carried by Cell, possesses powerful sensors and encryption. Traveller's sonograph is picking up very little ambient activity in the have a jolt gun, an electroshock weapon with an output of between 2 and 8 million volts. In or 2. Tool uses an ultraviolet laser to ionize a channel of air, allowing electric charges to pass from the device to its target. Intended as a compliance tool rather than a lethal weapon, care must be taken in its use to prevent accidental fatality. E-card, the elevator, that'll get me.
It's unlocked floor 26 for us.
Must be where its owner was working.
Janet was working on 26. Barry went out.
Damn it all.
Burns all around the planar nodes in his wetware wiring. Yeah, this is our mindjacking victim.
Central was right.
The attack was recent, maybe minutes ago. The mindjacker was probably interrupted by the janitor who ended up on the street.
There's only one other way out of here. To the roof. We need to get up there before he escapes again.
Keypad, door. This must be the door to the roof.
From the keypad, I'd say it looks like it auto-locks.
This keypad must be to stop people getting up on the roof.
It's old-fashioned, but effective. Kind of like you.
Hey.
The attack was recent, maybe minutes ago.
The mindjacker was probably interrupted by the janitor. Didn't want any witnesses.
He probably didn't mean to send him out the window either.
His ID badge says Gerbach, Avery. He's an HR supervisor.
If the mindjacker's in corporate espionage, it's a pretty strange target.
Have Central run his data. See if it can flag anything.
Terminal. Oh, in here. Telephone. Locked terminal. Let's have a look at the terminal. Is still unlocked, apparently in use at the time of the attack. Tap. Right, from Atwood Roy, HR Management, received 9th July, subject to the roof. Time and place for the trance, and it's not up on the roof. It's private, but it's also extremely dangerous. Therefore, man asked me to keep the roof access locked unless it's an emergency. FYI, trance cravings do not count as emergency. Seriously, Avery, you're great at your job, but you need help. From Animus Customer Relations receipt. I wonder if the developer Animus randomly or from Assassin's Creed. Customer Relations received 9th July, subject public statements. Oh dear. The management of Animus Organics would like to remind colleagues not to make statements to the press regarding product safety. Investigation into recent high-profile exponential wetware growth, or grey goo, accidents is underway and will be released when completed. Public management. Central received all on the same day. Exposure conditions to Avery Gerbach. Please be aware that tomorrow's midday UV exposure index is expected to peak at 8. Your genetic background indicates a propensity to melanoma. Please take extra care in order to maintain long-term health. Newton's centralized government advises you to restrict outdoor movement to after sunset, except where vital. Congratulations. Hey man, just wanted to say big grats on the engagement. She's a really swell girl, and I know you guys are going to be so happy together. Catch you after work at the den? Stop. Oh. Yeah, there was nothing else. It was just his emails. None of them had attachments. The desk phone's projection shows unanswered messages. Let's check out. Who?
Hello, this is Philippe. I am away on assignment at the moment for 1 month. If you wish to leave me a message, you can do so after the beep. Or if you have a story, please contact the news desk directly.
Roy Atwood was one of the guys on the...
I think I found the office manager's contact.
See if he'll help us. Remember, be consistent when you're talking to him.
What? Who is this? Do you have any idea what time it is?
Mr. Atwood, my name is Dr. Regis. I'm an investigator for Cell.
What? I mean, what's happened?
Not a cop. I just need to ask a couple of questions. There's some trouble at your office. It's an emergency. Distant, she said.
We're investigating a serious incident in your workplace. I need to ask you a few questions.
Oh, Nuke, what happened?
Access to the roof.
We need to get up to the roof from your office. We have reason to believe someone we're pursuing has made their way up.
Oh, jeez. Well, I'm the one with the code, but management's ordered me not to let people up there. That's why we've got the lock in the first place.
I'm not people.
This is a serious incident, Mr. Atwood. Time is slipping away, and a serial killer might be as well.
What? Really?
We need your assistance to bring him in. Do you think you'll be able to help us?
Sure. I'll do what I can. You want the roof code? It's 6167.
Thanks. Other Cell agents may contact you later for more information.
Sure, no problem.
6167. Right, 6167. Let's open the door. Access granted.
Come on, we've almost caught up with him.
The Mindjacker!
Freeze! Cell agents! lay down your weapon and put your hands above your head.
Does that ever work?
Sometimes. It was worth a try.
Okay, so... we're cell agents.
Cell doesn't appreciate people shooting at its agents.
If you cut it out, maybe we'll put in a good word for you.
Okay, you're under
You're
arrest.
under arrest on suspicion of illegal trafficking of neural data, breaking and entering, and homicide.
Let's not forget, shooting at cell agents.
The only way off this rooftop is down, either with us or over the edge.
Frankly, the second one's fine by me.
What?
What?
Didn't fall though, no.
What? He had lifting gear?
He's escaping by aerostat.
Central, our mine-jacking suspect has fled the scene by air.
Interceptors dispatched. Belcorp officers have arrived on scene at Animus. Please return to headquarters for debriefing.
Nuke, we were so close.
Hey, maybe you just suck at your job. Cell headquarters.
Lau, Max,
What? Huh?
were you sleeping on duty?
Sleep? No, I was trancing. For work, of course.
Dr. Lau was submitting her case report.
We were so close. Have you found the aerostat he escaped to?
No records have been found of such a vehicle.
What?
Radar and air traffic records show no aerostat present at that time, and no communications traffic has been identified regarding the aerostat.
Maybe he deleted them? Covered his tracks?
That would require access to an improbable number of systems, including my own. Such an undetected intrusion into central systems is implausible.
Are you saying we're lying?
It is possible that you were mistaken. Human error. For the moment, you are advised to pursue other lines of inquiry.
If you say so. Something's going on here.
Something's going on. Screens. The screens run through all of the available data pertaining to the minejacker.
I spend as little time as I can working on there. That's how I get results.
Of cables runs directly into the building's electrical and data flow systems from Lau's desk. Apparently, her customized wetware gear sometimes requires tremendous resources, and she doesn't care how many of the building's technicians complain about her pulling floors open. Lau is already settled in at her desk. Might as well let her handle the case report. The way out. The way out. Okay, let's have a look at this. You've already got the preferences set up, how you like them.
One of Central's fisheye cameras. Someone has covered it in tape.
Guess I'll use my terminal, really read my email, what we've got here. Ishka and Charlie, May 2066. No. From null at null.node. Legacy, it is very important that you download and activate this package in a secure location as soon as possible. No one lives depend on it. Do we trust it? I don't think so. Dr. V. Santiago. Howdy. Hey Charlie, why are you hogging Lau so much? The rest of us need a wire head on cases as well. I can probably guess why you're not letting go of her. Well, hey, but seriously man, give the rest of us a turn. Fast surgical, Dr. Regis. As per our discussion at your last checkup, you've still not opted for enhanced neuroconnective wetware. While not yet critical, please remember that your work will be increasingly difficult as support for non-WW systems is phased out via our medical support. In Fulcrum. Charles Regis, your monthly payment of 8,100 credits, I guess, for the rental of the Tier 42 Northwest Balcony Garden has been processed. Central Cell, continued vandalism. Dr. Regis, the optical feed from your office is no longer functional. Based on past examples of your behaviour, I believe it's likely to be by your own hand. While you may object to perceived surveillance, please recall that this is for your safety and that of other cell staff. Mandible. Regis, apparently my previous answer was unclear. No, I will not help you. Patients. Despite your crude threats, continue to make baseless accusations about any supposed ties that I'm alleged to have with organised crime. You should be hearing from my lawyers. Hey Charlie, I'm afraid it doesn't look good regarding Baxter. Central's approved the parole. Don't take it personally. It's not like they ignored your input, but, well, not exactly going to be the most objective person after what he did to you and your wife, are you? About a criminal that's being released that's obviously had something to do with me, my wife, or something. And just this one that's had the attachment. Come back to that. I don't know if I want to open it straight away. Continuing a long-standing process of standardisation, the Parliament of the European Federation has today ratified the uptake of metric time across the 64-member union. The measure, signed into law by EF Prime Minister Jacqueline Santini, 0652 PM, is planned to be rolled out over the course of the next 4 years. Under the scheme, measure of the time of day is to be divided into 10 hours, each with 100 minutes, 100 seconds. Santini, whose Federalist Party have been one of the keenest supporters of the new policy, greeted the change enthusiastically. Computing and commercial time measurement has long been carried out on a metric scale. Atomic timing and the division into 24 hours has itself merely been an arbitrary convention of history. While commonly referred to as metric time, the measurement of a day into periods of 10 should more accurately be known as decimal time. Internationally, EF policy has gained little traction, if not outright criticism, with some leaders condemning the changes as unnatural. The Oceania Cooperatives government was less emotive, issuing a statement that though the change was one demanded by the European voter, which we will respect as a democratic institution, made clear that the OC had no plans to adopt any similar measures. A comment on Brexit, perchance? Latest scores: Kabaddi, Newton 55, 37 UAE, match in progress. Weather: City of Newton currently dry with light outbreaks of rain expected. Later this evening. Jesus, I can't stop yawning. Don't know what's wrong with me. Ika says a day and night for staying indoors. So centralized emergency logistics case file category class 4 information. Lastly, composite harm to health of individual targets, i.e. mindjacking. Case officers assigned: Dr. C primary, Lao, Dr. M secondary. Beginning in March 2087, a string of data theft attacks have been carried out within Newton. Using a process of resonant modulation with subjects' neural wetware, the informational contents of individuals' victims' brains is being destructively removed with fatal consequences to targets. Victims to date: 18 in Newton, unknown, global total. Identity of perpetrator not known, subject exceptionally skilled at infiltration and may have inside help from larger sponsor. Action: Case specialists Regent and Lau are assigned to compile all available data on Mindjacker's activity, including investigation of latest targets, for analysis by Central. Okay. So, do I open this? You'll download the data package to your traveller. You're unsure who this might be. An informant, perhaps? Dial. Speaking clock.
You've reached Jane's Wildlife Pet Reserve. Please leave your name and number and which animal bit you.
Okay.
Is that you again? I told you to stop calling me. There are no scientists here.
The fact that actually works, that's awesome. Right, let's have a look at this data package.
Attached to that message. Whoever sent it wants me to open it in a private place. Hopefully it contains something that'll help us get to the minejacker, but I'm still suspicious.
So I can call Lau, and none. Case file, and news. Laser paper stone. What's laser paper stone? Welcome to Paper Laser Stone, a modern take on the centuries-old classic. The rules are simple: rock beats laser, paper beats rock, laser beats paper. I have limited ammunition though, so think carefully. Game. What the? I don't quite. This.
I trust Max, but I know Central would hear everything in cell headquarters.
So I do actually just need to go somewhere else, right? Let's talk to
Yeah?
about the case.
Count of the number of times the minejackers struck.
In Newton or globally?
Oh, just a figure of speech. He's been on the rampage for too long, but now he's in our territory.
Should give us the advantage.
Do we have any ideas about our perp?
The fact that he's stealing data straight from living neural wiring is disturbing, but it tells us a couple of important things.
Oh?
Well, previously caught minejackers have usually burnt out after 1 or 2 attacks. Sharing a whole other's brain worth of data is pretty taxing.
So we're looking for someone with a really specialized wetware setup in their heads. Pity that won't tell us what they look like.
The other problem is how slippery this guy is. Only fragments of appearances on camera, no clear witnesses.
Which means he's either a master of disguise,
or there's some pretty high-up collusion to hide him. That wouldn't surprise me if he were a business hire.
Still, after this many hits, he may start to slip.
Even if it's just his psyche breaking.
About previous
we've managed to link the
jackings.
previous minejackings to one suspect.
It's the MO. Historically, minejackers have used some kind of external gear. They use another system to extract, before storing it in their own neural tissue.
So they'd need a terminal.
Which is usually how we catch them. It's conspicuous.
But are minejackers not behaving the same way?
No. His tools appear to be built into his own bodily wetware system. Some kind of resonance imager in his body, maybe.
Whatever it is, it's less invasive as well.
Exactly. His victims suffer massive hemorrhages, but no external injuries. State of the art, but a dead giveaway. You don't like that Central's predicted this, do you?
It's not how investigators
Central is an
are supposed
AI.
to be done.
Admit
Figure
it.
that
You're
out.
afraid your job's going to be stolen by machines. Kind of like weavers, factory workers, authors.
Just how old do you think I am? No, don't answer that. I just don't like having that key bit of information kept from me.
You need to learn to work with Central. It's not our enemy. It works for us as we work for it.
Let's ask
Looks
about
like
the
we found our
victim.
latest casualty.
Damn it. Why him, though?
I was wondering the same thing. We're assuming the minejacker's a data thief. The usual MO would be to target valuable info he can sell on the black market.
But this guy, he was an HR administrator.
Apparently a very good one, but not the kind who'd be let in on company secrets.
We'll just have to ask the Mindjacker when we catch him.
What do we do
Where we can
now?
look next?
I thought you were supposed to be the lead on this case. We could look into that other lead. What was his name?
Gil Vanderwall?
Yeah, that's the one.
I thought Vanderwall made it pretty clear he wasn't going to speak to us.
Might just be the way you handled him. Tact is apparently not your strong point.
I like to speak my mind.
I'll contact him and see if he's more open to persuasion. He might cooperate if you're not there threatening him with physical injury.
He's a dyed-in-the-wool felon. He deserves worse.
But if he can help us...
All right. See what you can do. Let me know if you find anything.
Will do, Regis.
Okay. What if I
Trying to
interact?
tidy Lau's desk for her is a battle lost before it's even fought. That's what she says, like it was something from the art of war.
I guess I need to go outside. I need to get out of headquarters. Okay. Later. Notices cascade across the board. You dislike the way they need time. I believe that it reflects the short attention span people have. Before I attempt to go out of the elevator, Regis and Lau's office, that's the Santiago and Preston's office. Waiting room. Go into the waiting room, why not?
One of Central's fisheye cameras.
And there's a guy.
They picked this guy up last night. He's got something in his wiring that might be contagious. I guess that means I'm safe, but still, poor kid. Hey kid, you alright?
Let's see, though you can tolerate Dr. Santiago's opinions, it looks like Dr. Preston's the only one in the office. You'd rather avoid another sermon on the merits of centralised government. Fair point. Surgical lab.
Locked. Dr. Santiago must be working on something he doesn't want me seeing.
To the elevator. Oh wow, the elevator goes straight to the car. Here I can go. This is my own apartment, so I'll go there. At least I think that's my own apartment. Fulcrum Tower.
When people worry, there's always something they find to help them. Drinking, the trance, even God sometimes. Me, I've got a place I like to go to. It's helped me when I've been troubled in the past.
Tree, a pile of leaves. Oh, what's the plaque say? But even having to glance for a moment, those words are etched in the memory deeper than anything. Picture Regis, beloved wife, friend to all that lives. August 2034, second. Thus not as engineers, but as artists. The tree's unusual constitution causes it to shed its leaves more often than a natural specimen. Diligently tend to the mess it makes as often as work allows. You're not in the mood for gardening.
It took a lot of work to make, but it was worth it. This engineered tree is the kind of memorial I think she'd appreciate. I'm not climbing that. It's sickly enough as it is.
Storage locker for your gardening tools.
It's empty.
Now that I'm here, though, data package.
Dr. Regis.
Yes?
Regis? Central's still giving us a negative on the aerostat. It's like it just vanished. So I thought I'd better give you a heads up.
Do you mind? I was in the middle of something. How did you find me?
Central told me you'd be here, at Fulcrum Tower. Also, it said, stop turning your traveler off.
What a surprise. I like my privacy, though. That's why I come here.
You hang around the balconies much?
A memorial.
Viksha Regis, beloved... Oh. Regis, this is... I'm sorry, Charlie, I didn't know.
You wouldn't have. I don't tell anyone about it.
Wow. I know you've got some seriously high-up strings you can pull, but I didn't think they'd ever let someone be buried up here. And how the hell can you afford somewhere like this?
Now, how can I say she's not buried here? I don't know she's not buried here.
We were married for 4 years.
I'm sorry it couldn't last.
We met in our professions. She was a engineer as well.
You didn't have kids?
My previous work, well, it left both of us infertile. We had embryos prepared through IVF, but we never got to using them.
I'm really sorry. I remember reading... It was Baxter, wasn't it?
Don't push it, Dr. Lau.
Sorry.
She isn't buried up here. She was processed, like anyone else.
I see.
The tree's special, though. I made it myself.
Ooh, processed.
Planted and grew?
No, made. It's a cross of Chrysophyllum caneto and Prunus cerulata. The junk DNA in every cell of it contains her entire genome.
Wow.
Takes a lot of looking after.
But you're doing it for her.
Makes it all worth it. You're right, though. This place is very expensive. Why do you think I live in a pod in the Southeast Barrel?
I didn't know that was where you lived, either. I think I figured out why you went off the grid to come up here tonight. You heard about Baxter, didn't you?
They let a monster like that walk.
They didn't parole him because they approve of what he did. He's out because he's got skills Central thought would be useful. With a governor jammed in his limbic system, well, he won't be the same man. He can't even imagine hurting anyone again.
Even if it were completely true, I know that there is absolutely no way I could forgive him.
On the bright side, he'd probably be pretty mad at you too. Well, if he could have thoughts like that anymore without falling over and puking, you put him away, and that counts for something. I know it's not exactly normal for you to open up, but if you want someone to talk to,
Central wants us?
I'm afraid so. We better get going.
Oh, I wanna...
You coming?
I just need a moment to think, Max.
I want to check this message.
That's why I came up here in the first place.
I understand, Charlie. I'll be in the car. I'll see how long I can stall Central.
Max,
Yes?
Nothing.
That's all right, Charlie. I understand. I'll be in the car.
I can't ask for her help in this. I'm not even sure what this is yet.
Get back to the message.
You are alone, as requested?
Yes? Now what is this about?
1448D-A, 1448D-B, 1448D-C, 1448D-E.
Excuse me?
Stomach lurches as you recognize the image. You know them. You've seen them before, but you hadn't remembered them by number. Whoever is calling you has 4 embryo containers, your own.
What about them?
They were removed from the Alracis Medical Center, originally deposited at 1615 on the 11th of November 2065. They have been fertilized by yourself and Dr. Viksha Regis. They were frozen at the earliest viable phase of growth. 3 are female and 1 is male. They were deposited after your fertility treatment proved...
Stop! Why are you telling me this? Who are you? And what are you doing with my my embryos?
You are about to meet with a contact, Giel Vanderwall. In his home is an active memory module, a most unique model. You will secure it for us. Further instructions will follow.
I refuse.
And what if I don't? That image could be a sim.
Apparently, you need more incentive not to waste my time. One is gone. 3 remain. Do it quickly. Your legacy is in jeopardy.
blackmail for me. Conflict brews in your mind and in your heart. Giving in to blackmail like this would be the antithesis of everything you stand for, both as an agent of the law and as a human being. On the other hand, you cannot bring yourself to risk a small part of the legacy that you've worked for so many years to maintain.
To save the lives of our children? I think I can accept that.
So, despite the incident at Animus, I may have some good news. We might have a break in that string of
Good
hijackings.
news would be nice.
Vanderwall agreed to talk.
Yeah. How'd you guess?
He couldn't hold out forever. What did he say?
Didn't want to talk over the...
Lau?
Central wants a word.
Dr. Regis, Dr. Lau.
This isn't just a social call for an update, is it, Central?
Dr. Regis, lately you have spent a great deal of your time off network. It is for your safety and that of the citizens that we...
Central?
All points bulletin, evacuation in progress at Barber's Gate Transit Station. Case officers Regis and Lau assigned to crisis management.
What's happening at the...
All case data has been transferred to Dr. Lau. Your vehicle has been rerouted. Please seek an expedient resolution to the situation. Central Lau.
What's going on there?
Business-like as ever. Let's go see what this is about.
Right, that is a good time to save. And also I'm going to take a quick break, make myself a coffee. So I'll be right back. You can listen to some lovely music. Back again. Right. Oh, look at that. I've gone to the wrong... Try that scene. Right. So we've got a cell drone. Even the drones are helping to evacuate commuters.
Advertising. It's all the same crap wherever you are.
It looks a lot more impressive if you're wired, though.
Advertising. It's all the same crap wherever you are.
It looks a lot more impressive if you're wired, though.
Empty platforms at this time of night? A sure sign that something's gone terribly wrong. Reassuringly that the corpsmen on the scene have begun evacuations.
It sure looks like everyone evacuated in a hurry. Nah, that's a job for the corpsmen. It sure looks like it. Nah.
I guess we'll go check out the platform, eh? Oh, wait, no. Maybe I should speak to the guy who's just standing there.
Sir, over here.
That's alright, Adel.
I'm Dr. Regis. This is Dr. Lau. We've been assigned as crisis management.
Corpsman Durian, 4th Network.
Has it gotten any worse?
Not yet, but we've not heard any word since...
Hey, I'm the only one here who hasn't got wiring in his head. Central hasn't had the decency to update me.
Oh, sorry, Charlie.
Well, it's another one, sir.
Another what?
A, bomber.
What do you mean, another one?
This is like the 4th this year I know of. Central's been doing its best to keep public awareness down.
I guess it doesn't want public panic about it.
Or it doesn't want people to think we haven't got it under control. So how do you know about it?
I talk to people? I've got a social life, unlike someone.
Central marked him when he tripped a chroma sensor. Central locked down the trains and started an evacuation. It looks like he panicked and holed up in one of them.
Anyone in danger? Any hostages?
Central's not mentioned any in the case file. That either means there aren't any,
Loki.
Or it doesn't consider them sufficiently important. Probably wants the transit running again more than it cares about human life.
Sounds like he was surprised. Didn't have time to take any.
He's not thinking in terms of hostages. He was made as a weapon.
Regis?
He's a biobomber. The explosives are made of... they are his bones. That's how he tripped a DNA sensor.
Okay. Do we have backup?
Do we have any support inbound?
Afraid not. There's a select team about 10 minutes out. But Central doesn't give this case a high enough public order cost to warrant it.
You mean it won't send backup because it doesn't want to worry people?
Sorry, Regis. And, you're not gonna like this. Central's just bumped the priority. It wants the suspect neutralized.
Right, well, I'm gonna try and talk him down.
Neutralized is a vague term. I'm gonna try to talk him down.
Regis?
It sounds like he's hesitating. I may be able to exploit that, but just in case, get to high ground.
Fine. You probably know what you're doing.
The signal is hope. Don't fire until you hear me say it.
Hope. Got it.
Keep the public away, and run one more check for bystanders in the station. We can't afford casualties if this goes wrong.
Will Central approve of this?
We don't have time to wait and find out. Wish me luck.
Okay, so hostage negotiator time.
Hello?
Who's there?
I just want to talk. I'm unarmed, and I'm opening the doors.
What do you want, heathen?
Sight is distressingly familiar. The brace, the weakened bones, the signs of tamping. The young man that brings back memories long buried. Seems that the best hope would be to leverage what you know about him, try to find some common ground. By the middle one.
My name's Dr. Regis. I'm a cell case specialist. Central wants me to clear this up. Want to tell me about yourself?
I am a warrior for God and for justice. I am his hammer and weapon of war. With me, he breaks nations. With me, he destroys kingdoms. You may call me Thomas.
So, how do you like the city?
It's a wretched den of sin, like Sodom or Gomorrah.
Well, it's not my favorite, but I wouldn't go that far. I take it you're not here as a tourist.
I'm here to do my duty and strike a blow for the Lord.
Really? We're a long way out from the war here. Whole other continent, in fact.
Yes, I know. But now I'm surrounded, and I must make use of what I have. The fire within me.
So... Scoliosis?
How's
Okay.
the scoliosis?
What?
And the osteoporosis, the rickets, and the diabetes.
How do you...
It's a common side effect of sloppy prenatal genetic engineering. That, and having your body lay explosive nitrates in your bones instead of calcium.
It's a test of our faith. Only the truly worthy who can...
It shows just how little the Gengineers who made you cared about your health. They made you to walk and to carry a bomb in your bones. The fact that you're a living, feeling, thinking human was merely an inconvenience.
Regis, I'm in position. Visibility good, 0 crosswind. Standing by.
There have been times when I've lost faith, but I can't let...
If I say hope in any way... Shoot, okay. Had experience with you guys. Trying to work out your next move.
I used to work with guys like you, a whole lifetime ago.
The Lord's warriors?
Something like that. Kids who'd been altered, weaponized youth. You've grown up with so many health problems, groomed since birth for a noble sacrifice. But does this seem like the glorious role you were promised?
It is my duty to God to sacrifice myself.
In an empty transit station, thanks to a piece of bad luck? You've been used, manipulated. Your genes were altered before you were even born. You never had a choice.
It's a test of my faith.
Your parents probably didn't have a choice either. If they didn't agree to do it for religious reasons, well, I know that warlords can find even worse ways to persuade people.
Mother and Father were always so sad. I couldn't understand it. I was going to do God's will. But if I agreed to go with you, I'd have failed in my duty. I'd just be a prisoner in a strange land.
For the Lord hears the needy and does not despise his own people who are prisoners. Psalm 69, verse 33.
You're right. Wherever I am, I'm always in the Lord's sight.
There are more ways to do his work than destruction. We can help you find it. We can probably even fix your bones.
All right. I shall not resist.
Thomas, you've made a wise choice. More importantly, you've made it for yourself.
Yeah, I talked him down.
Corpsman, the suspect has surrendered. Take him into custody. Carefully.
Yes, Doctor.
Regis, that was amazing! Central's going to be pissed, though. That was a huge risk.
Screw Central. Come on, we've got work to do. The Corpsman can handle it here.
Yeah, with a little help from the bomb squad.
Two additional achievements. Elysium Tower, Penthouse Suites, T17 hours.
So, Vanderwall finally agreed to cooperate?
Yep, said he could give us a head start on the minejacker.
We'd better not keep the man waiting then.
So, I've got the view. This part of town, even the buildings look lazy and decadent. Windows won't open, for insurance reasons. Lock in the wall where the autonomous vacuum cleaner gets its power and offloads its waste. Notice above it. Management's thank you for allowing the sanitation machinery and staff to continue their work by not obstructing the docks. These stations offer the use of custodial equipment only. The janitorial drone patrols the hallways, executing exact adaptive planning software to track down dirt.
Nah, my apartment building's already got one. I don't get the appeal of this cubist stuff.
Looks more like abstract impressionism to me. A classic piece by Chandler, if I'm not mistaken.
You know, that's a lot less impressive when you can call up a search inside your head.
You've never struck me as much of an art lover.
I'm not so keen on this kind of thing. The mag coil keeping it floating, however.
Ah, so I stole a magnetic coil. Right, okay. A panoramic fisheye camera, probably there so that the Vandevals can decide whether or not they want to let someone in. Elevator. Apartment door.
Vanderwall, you there? You sure he's in?
He told us to meet him here. Central hasn't logged any departures from this floor since this morning either.
Hey, open up. It's Regis. Nope, that's not going to work.
While the door has an expensive hardwood appearance, you've no doubt that a man as paranoid as Gail Vanderwaal has no cost to ensure that it's at least bomb-proof.
We haven't got time for this, Gil.
I don't think he's answering.
The access panel for the door. If you're not the owner, then this is where you let them know you've arrived. I wonder if the mag coil...
It doesn't need magnetizing. It doesn't need magnetizing.
A cleaning button.
Please do not interrupt active drone.
Dock. I go and mess with the dock. What happens?
What do you make of this, Max?
My parents' old bot used to spend much more time in the charger than doing its job. I kept telling them to get a new one, but they never like to spend until they have to.
What do you make of this?
My parents, I kept telling...
This is Regis. Come in, Central.
Central standing by.
Apartment's locked.
Dr. Regis, have you been successful in contacting Gil Vanderwall?
Not yet, Central. I need a warrant for access to his apartment.
Understood. Linking to Centralized Justice Office.
Wow, I never thought I'd hear you running to Central for help.
Might as well make it good for something.
Yeah, but warrants take so long to issue.
Warrant has been approved. Apartment access enabled.
Okay, thanks.
See, we could have done that way faster.
Regis out.
Now can I just open the door? That lets me do. That's a yes.
Gil, you in here? Oh, excuse us, miss. I'm Dr. Regis. This is Dr. Lau. We're cell agents. Miss, are you all right?
Regis, this is a synth. Huh, the look on your face is priceless. It's a very expensive one, but it's still a synth. And apparently out of charge.
Something else about it bothers me more.
I know. I sure hope that isn't blood.
Is. Top of the line food machine.
Hey, this one makes its plates out of porcelain.
And in a place like this, I'll bet it doesn't even have protein mash on its menu.
Find out.
Hi, I'm Chefy. What can I get for you?
What's on the menu?
If you're feeling peckish, I could whip up some quail's eggs and white wine sauce. Or how about some nice tartelettes?
Sounds better than what mine can do.
Or if you want some of Mr. Gill's favorite, I can always make toaster pastries!
Can you make Texas gumbo?
Of course!
Looking for a taste of home?
I've never found anywhere here that can do good gumbo. Never mind.
Yeah, I don't really want to sit here talking to the chef. Large refrigerator has a combination lock built into the door.
Is this refrigerator locked? Who the hell locks a refrigerator?
Maybe they've got really expensive tastes?
I mean, this looks like a charger or a waste paper basket. Antiquated PC terminal built into an even older musical instrument.
Talk about anachronisms. I bet this thing still uses magnetic memory.
Can you breach it?
Sorry, no can do. Anything before wetware isn't compatible with my wiring.
I guess that's one way of making it more secure.
I might have to do this myself. Our special place. I'm not sure. I'll obviously get a clue to the access code. Kitchen has a machine for prepping and serving drinks sitting in a nest of wine bottles.
Howdy, partner. What can I get y'all?
Vodka. On the rocks. Twist of lime.
Regis?
Fine. Make it 2. There's been a bit of an incident. You don't happen to have seen what went on.
Hey, mister. I don't just go blabbing my customers' secrets like that.
He's bluffing. He never saw anything. You're just bitter you never left that wall.
Hey, it's a fine job I have here. I ain't seen nothing since Mr. Vanderwall got his wine out of the rack this evening.
Oh, so we got his wine out of the rack earlier.
I'll speak to you later.
I'll keep your tab open.
That's a very expensive synth.
Jealous?
She's not my type. What do you think they use her for?
They may be married, but I wouldn't put it past them using her for other things than cleaning. There's a product marker on its back. S&S Synthetics.
They're not showing up on a net search. Maybe Vanderwall has more info on his terminal?
Good idea. We can see if we can get their help in extracting more from this machine.
See? I'm not just a pretty face.
However, darkened stone staircase leads to the upper floor of the apartment. Can't get into the terminal.
I think I know what's wrong with it.
Sample of questionable art hangs from the ceiling. I need to work out the passcode for the computer. That's upstairs.
Jesus Christ.
Oh,
What the hell happened in here? Did someone get to Vanderwall before he could talk?
Maybe it's a domestic gone bad?
Blackmailer said nothing about this, possibly didn't even expect this themselves. Still, you need to find what they demanded before the whole apartment is picked apart by forensic drones.
We should check around first.
What?
We need to get a look at it ourselves, before the crime scene people wreck it.
Okay.
Really?
Well, yes.
Who are you and what have you done with Charlie Regis?
What do you mean?
You're unusually cavalier today. You got something on your mind? I mean, I know you don't usually care what Central thinks about regulations, but...
It would help us.
This time, I think it could help us get a lead on our investigation. Besides, all the time we waste, the Mindjacker may have found their next victim.
I like this, Regis. Let's get investigating.
You feel glad that Max suggested it, and not you. Now you have free reign to find... Now you have the free reign you need to find that device the voice wanted. An old-fashioned chemical photo in a silver portrait sits by the bed. Up, photograph. Photograph of 2 men, a younger Dale and Dakarai Vanderwall, by an urban river. In the background, the Eiffel Tower is dwarfed by looming glass skyscrapers. Back of the photograph has a note written by hand. The wedding, August. Pad appears to control the floor-mounted wardrobe. It all seems to be showing an error message.
It's like they had an industrial accident.
In the bedroom?
Body parts first.
I think I'm carrying as much of Vanderwall around as I want to. It's like they had it
in the bed.
He can't use that anymore.
Maybe it wanted a fingerprint. Wire coat hanger seems to be stuck in the join between the floor and the wardrobe. Floordrobe, sorry.
This is Dakari Vanderwall, Gil's husband. I can see 4 gunshot wounds in his chest. It was either these or he drowned, but that's kind of academic at this stage.
Boozy sits in the corner of the room. You wonder what kind of man needs to have a pool quite so readily available at all times. Coat hanger out. Couple of tugs, the hanger comes loose. Now check the control pad. Diagram on the panel, it looks like it's linked to the floordrobe.
See anything interesting?
There's an empty gun rack in here. Ammunition, maintenance tools, cleaning spray, but no gun.
In their closet?
Maybe it's their outdoor gear. There's fishing equipment in here as well.
Are you taking stuff again?
It might be useful. Call it a hunch.
Oh, stealing fishing rods. That's it. Fishing rod.
There's something at the bottom of the pool. A pistol?
Our murder weapon?
One of them, maybe. It's too deep to reach.
Not without severely contaminating the crime scene anyway.
I have no idea who that's supposed to be.
Shall I trance it for you?
There's no such thing as comfortable ignorance anymore, is there?
Huh? You old people are weird.
I should be able to use fishing rod with the fish out.
Nothing biting?
There's nothing on the end of the line. No way I can hook that pistol.
Okay, so I need to make that and that.
Now it's got one enormous hook.
Nothing biting?
The hook sinks, but I can't catch that pistol at the bottom. There, a magnet at the end of a fishing line.
For catching submarines?
No, for catching guns.
Got it.
The murder weapon?
One of them, anyway. Why is it in the jacuzzi, though?
What we really need is a witness.
Vanderwall's antique semi-automatic pistol. Probably not listed on the city's firearms register.
Okay, so now what? I can do... I put the back.
See anything interesting?
There's an empty gun rack in here. Ammunition, maintenance tools, cleaning spray, but no gun.
Nothing more to do in that section. Parts. Fit in here. Try and power up this.
Hello?
I think I know what's wrong with it.
Max.
fix it then.
What's up?
Any idea what's wrong with the maid?
I couldn't even get a return signal out of it. My guess would be that it's run out of power.
Any way we can fix that?
It's supposed to charge itself, but apparently it hasn't managed to do that.
How? We can't haul that thing to a socket.
We'll have to charge the power cell itself. In a platform like that, the cell's usually in the upper torso, about where the heart would be.
You reckon that'd be easier to charge?
It's only about as big as your fist. Just have to get it out of her.
Keep at it, Max.
Can do, Regis.
Hello?
How do the maid? Don't tell me I have to shoot the maid.
Hey, what do you make of this?
Charlie, she's not going to answer you. Not when she's out of charge like that.
Yeah, I knew that.
Sure.
Actually, this thing bolts. Yes, okay.
Do you think I can recharge the synth with my stunner?
Afraid not. There's a layer of fake skin in the way. Depending on where you did it, you'd probably just burn out the more delicate systems.
Okay.
Hey, what do you make of
Fishing rod? No, that won't work. That won't do, Jack.
Charlie, she's not going to answer you. Not when she's out of charge like that.
Yeah, I knew that.
Sure.
I've got a picture upstairs. Hang on. Password in our special place. Eiffel Tower, so that's Paris. Right, Paris. Oh yeah. Biometrics not recognized.
It's definitely his hand, but the system won't recognize it.
Okay.
Gil Vanderwaal's cold, dead hand. It's definitely his hand.
Alright, user
The system won't
biometrics
recognize it.
not approved. Hundreds of billions of potential caller numbers to try. Dialing randomly isn't likely to aid your investigation. I use...
That's not going to get it open. He can't use that anymore.
Okay, so I've got the password. Don't accept the biometrics of the hand. Yay, Bocky. Who the hell is that? Is that the other guy? Perhaps another hand that I can grab?
I think I'm carrying as much of Vanderwaal around as I want to.
Or...
It's like they had an industrial accident.
In the bedroom?
That's in the bedroom. No better place to have an industrial accident, yeah?
I have no idea.
Shall I
There's no...
Huh?
I don't think I can justify taking that.
Take everything, man. Just take it. Take it all. Past that security system. Laptop, or on the computer, shall I say. That's the password, but I can't get past the biometrics. And with the maid doesn't do anything.
Charlie, not when she's...
Yeah, I knew that.
Sure.
Can't use my gun, though.
Do you think I can recharge the synth with my stunner?
Afraid not. Depending on...
Central call.
This is Regis.
Maybe.
Come in, Central.
Central standing by.
Background.
What do we know about Gil Vanderwall?
Born in Pretoria in the Federation of Southern African States, married to Dakari Vanderwall, former Olympic athlete.
How long's he been in Newton?
Immigration, March 2068. Awarded residence due to outstanding personal contributions to art and culture.
Despite his shady history?
No accusations have been made of connections to organized crime. Attempts at prosecution within the FSAS have all proven unsuccessful, as his social activity index has remained above 50. No further investigation has been taken by Cell.
Okay.
Case update to report.
Hey, I thought we weren't telling Central yet.
Subject and spouse found dead in apartment. Request that you hold off on crime scene team until we complete a preliminary.
Unable to comply. Specialists are being allocated and dispatched.
Oh, come on. This is our case.
Please return to Cell when expedient.
Listen, you
Maybe I
heartless
didn't.
pile
I
of
shouldn't have done
serpents.
that.
Not until we've had a look around. Central, please advise on our current objective status.
You have been requested to return to Cell Area Command for debrief. However, you appear to have remained at the crime scene.
That's
Damn
me.
straight. We're not leaving until we learn more about what's happened.
Very well. You may perform non-destructive testing at the site until specialists arrive. Please note that this example of non-compliance has been added to your record.
That's what you said last time. What do we know about Vanderwall's connection to the Mindjacker?
Subject, Gil Vanderwall. Before immigration from the Southern African Federation, Vanderwall was known to possess a number of links to organized crime.
And yet we still let him into the country.
He possessed a reputation as a fixer, arranging specialized talent for criminal organizations.
And for hacking the human brain, you need some pretty niche talent and hardware. The kind of people that Vanderwall would have had connections to in his history.
He had been placed on Cell's watch list, but then he made a most surprising move.
He came to us. Doesn't that pretty much confirm his involvement?
It merely confirms his awareness, not necessarily his complicity. His death, however, is an added complication.
Regis out.
This one doesn't look like it has any useful move. Shoot the lock off the fridge. I used the fishing rod on
That's
that.
not going to get it open.
Locked. It's got a.
Is this refrigerator locked? Who the hell locks a refrigerator?
Maybe they've got really expensive tastes? Although, they've got the food machine as well. Perhaps they've got something else in there.
Large refrigerator has a combination lock built into the door.
Is this refrigerator locked? Who the hell?
Maybe they. Although.
Hi, I'm Sheppy. What can I get for you?
How much did you set the Vanderwalls back then?
I'm only 410,000 Quanta from all good retailers.
That's more than I make in a year.
These people can apparently afford the finer things. Never mind.
Bye!
Okay, so I need to charge the maid. Charging the maid may be required to get into the computer. Seems I should be able to interact with this thing.
big old jolt's not gonna make it work.
Sure now.
Howdy, partner. What can I get y'all?
What do you do here then?
Why, I'm the bartender. I fix up drinks for the fine folk who live here.
Anything else?
Anything else? Heck, drinks is a whole lot of stuff to know. Why, I'm the foremost expert on fine drinking in these here parts.
So if anyone wanted to know what to put into a drink,
they'd come to me, sure as shooting.
there's been a bit of you don't happen to have seen one.
Hey, mister, I don't just go blabbing.
He's bluffing. You're just bit.
Hey, I ain't seen nothing since Mr. Vanderwall got his wine out of the rack this evening.
I'll speak to you later.
I'll keep your tab open.
Wine out. Can I actually interact with the wine itself?
It'll take a long time to get through all of it.
Hey, Weeb. How's it going? It's going well here, although I'm obviously trying to... No, I only skipped that dialogue because I've already seen it. I saw it about 10 minutes ago. Just seeing if a different thing would get different reaction.
They've got a refined taste in wines, I imagine.
Actually, no. They're all
did the game crash?
Fabricated.
No.
Weird. Maybe they're doing something to the wine.
Like what?
Well, say they were also adding amphetamines to it, for example.
My day's going alright. It's nearly over, of course.
Wine.
It's coming up to 9:30 in the evening. No, it's going well. How's yours?
They've got a refined taste in wine?
Actually, no. They're all either a couple of years old or fabricated.
Weird. Maybe they're doing something to the wine.
Like what?
Well, say they were also adding amphetamines to it, for example. If they accidentally ruined it, it'd be better if it was a cheaper wine.
That would make sense. A bit sleepy. Oh. Get some sleep then. Some Zeds. So, I don't know if you've played this before. First time for me. I am trying to... I need to do two things while I'm here. No idea why people are talking about wine. There's two things I need to do here. I need to get into this terminal, which had a two-part security. One was a password, which I've got. One was biometrics, but I think the user different. The only biometrics I have is this guy's hand.
It's definitely his hand, but the system won't recognize it.
Like that hand. Need to charge the maid.
Hello?
I think I know what's wrong with it.
I'm not sure why the systems won't recognize that hand, but I'm trying to figure out. And the maid is a robot, or a synth as they're calling it. Not the guy's real hand. Ooh. Other hand. I didn't realise he had other hands, because every time I go here, they say... That's the husband.
I think I'm carrying as much of Vanderwall around as I want to.
Won't actually allow me to pick up any more.
I think I'm carrying as much of Vanderwall around as I want to. I think I'm carrying as much of Vanderwall around as I want to. If there's anything else in there, it'll be the forensic team's job to find it.
Won't let me pick up anything else.
I think I'm carrying as much of Vanderwall around as I want to.
So... walk straight through the blood, why not? And this looks like I should be able to interact with it. This, what looks like a trash can, but I think it's the charging point. I can't, and the refrigerator's got a lock on it, so I can't get into that. Food machine is useless. Won't give me. I didn't see these before. Aside from the pipes running to the food machine, the cabinet contains a set of knives and a tube of cooking gel. Use the knife on the maid. Expose the cell that I need to.
Just doing some surgery.
To recharge her battery. Right, I've picked up the power cell. Right. Now if I use my power gun on power cell.
Could I use my compliance tool to charge the power cell?
The amount of charge it lets off in one go would just fry it.
It seemed like a good idea.
You'd need something a little slower and less destructive to charge it.
Oh, I know what to do. I know what to do. Outside, there's a charging point. Battery in the dock. Ding, ding, ding. After a few moments of contact, the gauge on the side of the cell fills. Now I have a charge, right. What if the cooking gel, exothermic wetware gel, is used for food preparation? The gel cooks food that it's mixed with, releasing chemical energy as heat, desired temperature when it breaks down. Change the temperature. Let's put that battery back in maid.
CI wetware systems
beginning reboot. Beginning recovery from
critical failure.
Basic input-output executing.
MBR unified bootloader executing kernel.
Kernel executing
SBININIT. Calibrating
CI state
with USD.
Oh, that is better.
Okay, so now I guess I can talk to her. How was your weekend? Good weekend?
Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour. Hello. Who are you, Mr. and Mr. Vanderwall? The crime scene, what do you do? Remember, have you had your safety removed?
Have you had your safety protocols removed?
Monsieur?
Would you be able to do anything Mr. Vanderwall told you?
Anything?
Anything.
Monsieur, you should not ask such questions. I am just the maid.
There you are.
Why the hell did they get a synth like this?
Surely you realize, monsieur. All the best maids in the world, they are French.
And the best lovers, I hear.
What are you implying, mademoiselle?
I never had Gil down as quite such a francophile.
I am also very discreet, monsieur. When you care for someone's home, there are a lot of things that you hear.
Or do.
Mademoiselle, such slander. And even if true, I would not say. I have Monsieur Gil's confidence to think of.
Such a bad French accent.
Who are you?
Je m'appelle Chantal. I am Monsieur Gil et Monsieur Decore's maid.
You're a synthetic maid?
Pardon, mademoiselle? I do not understand.
A synth.
Excusez-moi, what is a synth?
It certainly stays in character.
I help the masters with their household things.
And where were you made?
Mademoiselle, I was born in France.
Yeah, because all French people I know run on graphene power cells.
What can you tell me about the Vanderwalls?
Just gonna select all the options and listen to what she says.
Are they really?
Hey, Kiwi, my Twitter needs more cat pictures. You're right, it does. But the cat tends not to stay still very long.
Do you know anyone who might want to hurt them?
Oh no, monsieur. They are beloved by all.
But yeah, I need to take some more. Or retweet someone else's cat pictures. That might satisfy. And I missed what she said. Bugger.
What the hell happened upstairs?
How do you mean, monsieur?
The room's recent redecoration. Shades of Geel everywhere?
And the body of Dakari Vanderwall, shot to pieces in the tub. Any opinions on this?
Oh, monsieur, I cannot discuss this. I have been told, most strictly, not to discuss what goes on upstairs.
Even if it includes the double homicide of your owner?
Bet.
I have my orders. What would Monsieur Gale think if I went against him?
Probably not a great deal anymore.
She doesn't quite seem to get what's happened.
Might not have been written with a comprehensive...
Also, cat camera for stream would be cute. I've tried that. I do have a second camera next to... I mean, I could put it anywhere, I suppose. But he never spends any time in here with me. I've set up a bed for him and everything. He just won't spend any time in here. So the best I could do would be to point it at the door where he comes in. But then it would get other people as well, and no one wants that.
2 men have been killed upstairs. There's blood and human remains all over the room, and all over you. If you weren't directly involved, then you're at least a material witness.
I am sorry, monsieur. I cannot say what happens upstairs. Monsieur Gale, he values his privacy greatly.
Yeah, I need another cat who likes nap
down
time.
the cell and manually pull your memory apart.
That would be
Regis,
good.
It's a synth. Threatening it won't help.
I'm trying to convince my wife to let me get a dog, but it's not working. Done this a couple of times.
What can you remember before you
Then it catches up.
Monsieur,
Weird.
I remember many things. My memory is holographic. But I have Monsieur Gale's confidence to consider.
Even if Cell requires it?
I cannot simply discuss what happens around here without his permission.
He certainly paid for loyalty.
Right, so she won't talk to me.
What do you do around here?
That's quite
I do
obvious.
The cleaning, the cooking, and the shopping.
And that's it?
Monsieur, it would not be proper for me to say.
So you are a sex bot?
Mon Dieu, how dare you infer such a thing?
Maybe we can get more sense out of it if we knew who made it. Where did you come from?
Lyons, monsieur.
No, where did you really come from? As in, who put you together?
Monsieur, I do not know what you're trying to imply.
SNS
Superuser platform
synthetics.
driver detail int 10216A actual update source.
Search S&S Synthetics, City of Newton.
The name's not appearing on the registration list. Maybe Vanderwall has the contact data?
If they can give us an easier way than cracking its skull open. Thanks. We'll keep looking around.
My pleasure to evapt, monsieur.
Right, so she won't talk to me without express permission from him. He's dead. It's your childhood. You're trying to convince your mother about any huggable creatures. Huggable creatures are good. They de-stress and release endorphins to make you feel good when you stroke them. Scientifically proven. So maybe I need to use the cooking gel with the hand. Cover the hand in the thermal gel and it becomes noticeably warmer. Now, now the machine thinks it's alive.
It's definitely his hand, but the system won't recognize it. Gil Vanderwall's cold, dead hand.
Oh, maybe I have to set... what is normal human temperature's about 36 degrees, is it? The hand in the thermal gel and it becomes noticeably warmer. Yes, I'm in. Right, contacts. Caleb Brown, Cell Emergency Tinas, Custodial. I'm looking for S&S Synthetics then.
Stepford and Son, Synthetic Associates. Liam Stepford speaking.
Stepford.
Ah, Mr. Vanderwall. I trust everything is satisfactory.
As in Stepford Wives.
My name is Dr. Charles Regis. I'm a Cell agent.
Oh my, yes. How may I help?
It was
Dr.
definitely
Regis?
dark, wasn't it,
Investigating
Kiwi?
the death of one of your clients, Gil Vanderwall.
Oh my, yes. That sounds terrible.
Yeah, so I picked up a cold dead hand and I had to warm it up to precisely the right temperature for the human body.
We believe this
Nice.
to be a material witness, or involved in a murder.
Oh my, no, how horrific!
Oh my,
It's unwilling to
no.
cooperate with us, though. Vanderwall seems to have ordered it to remain
Oh,
silent
hello.
in certain areas of his home.
Hello.
Oh
Do you want
my,
to?
secrecy is one of many reasons.
I'm going to see if I can get the cat. Hang on.
EM personalities. If you wish, I could have one of my engineers disassemble its mind
Okay.
state in order to recover memories. This may take several hours, depending upon the algorithm used for laying down synaptic engrams.
I'm afraid time is.
There's
a
nothing in there,
Mr.
Cat.
Stepford. Is there any way I can do it here?
Oh, there may be. Oh my, yes. I shall transfer you the necessary tool.
Splitter.app. Added CI mind state splitter. What does the splitter
What's this
do?
splitter for?
CI platform minds are modular, Dr. Regis. Oh my, yes.
He's sitting over
All are
here,
made of
just
three
looking at a
components:
door.
personality, role, and platform memory.
Sometimes
The
he's a
main
bit
desire not to
stupid.
tell you likely stems from her personality.
So if she had a different personality,
Something more helpful.
she might tell us what we need to know.
It may not be quite so simple, but that is the foundation of the
Good try.
idea. Oh my, yes.
Where would I find other
Oh,
minds?
there he goes.
Any other
He's
platform
gone.
that runs a communicative interface. It is not simply limited to synthetic platforms. Oh my, no.
Right. Be brutally honest, I missed most of that conversation.
What's this splitter for?
CI platform minds are modular, Dr. Regis. Oh my, yes. All are made of three components: personality, role, and platform memory. The maid's desire not to tell you likely stems from her personality.
So if she had a different personality,
Something more helpful.
she might tell us what we need to know.
It may not be quite so simple, but that is the foundation of the idea. Oh my, yes.
Where would I find other mind state modules?
Any other platform that runs a communicative interface. It is not simply limited to synthetic platforms. Oh my, no.
Okay.
What
So,
does a personality do in a synth?
The personality determines a great deal of its behavior. Oh my, yes. In many cases, it's the most noticeable part of its intelligence. It governs how it may act and how it behaves in its interaction with users.
This one thinks it's a French maid.
Perhaps copied from the mind state of a real example of such.
What does the role memory?
I'm getting the...
It alters how a platform will perceive a situation, and also acts as a source of knowledge for its job.
How would it be different?
Take, for example, a man in the street. A platform with the role of a sales clerk may see a customer.
A law enforcement unit may see a potential suspect.
Oh my, yes, and the role will furnish it with instructions on how to handle it.
Okay, I'm getting the distinct impression that somehow I'm going to need to change her personality using someone or something else's memory.
What is a platform memory component?
These are the memories that each individual unit has recorded. At simplest, it is often a holographic matrix in which engrams are laid down. Sight, sound, and any other senses available are stored in here. Oh my, yes. Based on its role and personality, a unit may have a different understanding of these memories.
So, it'd perceive it differently depending on how the rest of its mind was built?
Oh my, yes.
Yes, that sounded altogether too sexual. Okay.
We've got your company's name linked to the synthetic in the apartment.
Oh my, yes, a repurposed IL-240 platform running a BN-110187 update cycle. A maid, yes, and a very expensive one it was too, yes?
That looks like the one.
Oh my, yes, he purchased a complete body, though it looks like he had some afterwork done on it elsewhere, oh yes.
What kind of afterwork?
It looks like the personality was tooled elsewhere, yes. Likely to more particular tastes, yes.
Not something you'd do?
Mr. Regis, this is a family business, oh yes? We simply sell platforms. We cannot be held responsible for alterations thereafter.
He's creepy.
That's all I need to know for now.
Please don't hesitate to get in contact if you think we can help. Oh my, yes.
Right, so I've got this dice splitter. Personality made, memory made, role made. Role. I don't have have any other personalities. I guess I need to... Personalities, right. Venture Game Studio Runtime Engine ACI version we're running at. I'm pretty sure that's actually the game. I thought that was part of the game. Oh dear, it's actually details from the game. Can't actually do anything with these. If I show my colleague who actually has wetware installed...
Hey, Lau, can I split your personality?
I don't have that much wetware wiring in my head. I'm still human, you know.
Technically.
Okay. What about using it on the drinks machine? Now if I use it with the maid... Barman personality. Should be more helpful.
Hey, y'all.
Hello.
What do you remember?
What can you remember before you ran out of power?
Son, there's nothing I'd like more than to help a lawman. But sometimes a man's confidence is more important. What happens upstairs, well, that's between me and the Vanderwalls.
Thanks. We'll keep looking around.
Y'all come back real soon.
Wasn't the personality then? Perhaps it's the role. One combination of those three things will let her tell me what I want.
Hello. What can you remember before you ran out of power?
Monsieur, I remember many things. My memory is holographic. But I have Monsieur Guerre's confidence to consider.
Even if Cell requires it?
I cannot simply discuss what happens around here without his permission.
He certainly paid for loyalty.
Thanks. We'll keep looking around.
My pleasure to event, monsieur.
Hello?
This now off, nothing happens. Apparently taking its mind out has made it less talkative. Why now? Nothing left to take, you've already cleared out its mind. Just need to figure out the combination and do it this way. That means I've tried all three things.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Hello. What can you remember before you ran out of power?
Monsieur, I remember many things. My memory is holographic. But I have Monsieur Guerre's confidence to consider.
Even if Cell requires it?
I cannot simply discuss what happens around here without his permission.
He certainly paid for...
Okay.
Thanks. We'll keep looking around.
My pleasure to event, monsieur.
So in that case, combination of three. Go back to the maid on that one and set the barman for that one. Two things.
Hey, y'all.
Hello. What can you remember before you ran out of power?
Son, there's nothing I'd like more than to help a lawman. But sometimes a man's confidence is more important. What happens upstairs, well, that's between me and the Vanderwalls.
Have you had your safety protocols removed?
Nope.
So, this platform was restricted in terms of what it can do?
Nope. Huh? Never had him in the first place.
Must have been a customized personality.
Okay.
Thanks. We'll keep looking around.
Y'all come back real soon.
It wasn't those two combinations. Personality in the role. It was the personality and memory. Sorry, the role and the memory. Better try.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Hello? What can you remember before you ran out of power?
Monsieur, I remember many things. My memory is holographic. But I have Monsieur Gale's confidence to consider.
Even if Cell requires it?
I cannot simply discuss what happens around.
He certainly paid.
Thanks. We'll keep looking around.
My pleasure to have helped, monsieur.
I need to speak to SNS again. Work out what's going on. I make everything the barman, that won't help. About the barman, I tried that. Tried that combination.
Hey, y'all.
Hello? What can you remember before you ran out of power?
Ain't much to remember. Gil chose another one of those terrible wines. Then he got some stuff out of the fridge and went upstairs. Ain't seen him since. Not much to remember when you're built into a wall.
Except you're not anymore.
Huh. Hey, you're right.
I got something out of the fridge. So the fridge is locked. How do I get onto the...
Why the hell did they get a synth like this?
I get
Believe
into
it or
the
not,
fridge.
bartenders gotta be pretty smart.
Like a chemist mixed with a therapist.
Then shaken and stirred.
Exactly. People gotta trust their barman to know what he's talking about. How they gonna do that if they don't sound the part?
What can you tell me about the Vanderwalls?
They're a strange pair.
I'm trying to think how to
They're
get
trying to get away from their connections to organized
the
crime.
lock off the fridge.
You've overheard a bit about this.
Oh yeah, they've been trying to go legit for years. But with Gil, it was always just one more job.
Okay, so they've been in with organised crime.
Have you had your safety protocols removed?
Nope.
So, this platform was restricted in terms of what it can do?
Nope. Huh? Never had him in the first place.
Must have been a customized personality.
What do you do around here?
I'm the maid. I clean up around this here dump. I lend a woman's touch to these boys' plays.
You don't sound very feminine.
Well, excuse me, but which one of us is wearing a dress?
Who are you?
I'm the hired help.
You're a synthetic maid?
I clean up around here. Them boys are messy. Need a woman's touch around here.
Well, this is different.
Thanks. We'll keep looking around.
Y'all come back real soon.
So how do I get into the refrigerator then? Maid is bright-eyed and active. She looks completely unfazed by today's events. Can't get into the fridge because it's locked.
Is this refrigerator locked? Who the hell locks a refrigerator?
Maybe they've got really expensive tastes?
Okay, what other information can I get? Lots of contacts. Legitimate Johnson. Nice name. French Embassy. Dragon. E. Who's...
If you need to buy some stuff, meet me on 12 a.m. under the 8th Wonder.
Sorry, wrong number.
Huh? Call SNS again. They can give me some more information.
Stepford and Son, Synthetic
Now that
Associates.
I've
Liam
opened.
Stepford speaking.
Okay. Actually, there's nothing else
That's all I need to know for now.
Please don't hesitate to get in contact if you think we can help. Oh my, yes.
Large refrigerator has a combination lock built into the door. I have no idea what the number might be unless... August, so that 8 1 maybe.
That's not going to get it open.
Think so. Pry it open with a
That's
knife.
not going to get it open.
I need the combination, but it doesn't actually give me any way of entering the combination.
Hey, y'all.
Something out of the refrigerator and then went upstairs.
We'll keep looking around.
Y'all come back real soon.
Hello?
Find out, so. And it won't let me put it back, will it? Eh? Nothing to do in there, it's just
See
an
anything
empty
interesting?
gun rack.
There's an empty gun rack in here. Ammunition, maintenance tools, cleaning spray, but no gun.
Body parts that it won't let me pick up. Art that I can't interact with other than to look at. Uzi. In the room, you wonder what kind of man needs to have a pool quite so readily available at all times. Case files, maybe. Outline, action, yeah. It doesn't actually update it anymore. Great. New news. The world-renowned father-daughter art team of Tibor and Cami Puskas will be bringing their exhibition to the city of Newton this summer. Part of the European Federation's Cultural Ambassador Programme, known for their pioneering fusion of classical styles with the interactivity of the trance. Air rose to global attention after the EF Arts Minister Jerome Jurgen became so overwhelmed with emotion that he had to be placed in a coma to recover. An epiphany, he told Chisby. Though all of my life had been missing something I hadn't known I lacked, and this was the diagram showing the void in my soul. Other viewers have reported similar transformative experiences, though skeptics believe that these may simply have to do with more direct neural programming possible through the trance than with the art itself. They're just jealous that they're not wired, replied the duo when this was suggested. Doors, what's here? Right. Bright-eyed and active, she looks unfazed. Took something upstairs from the fridge. Perhaps it was the gun. Maybe if I give her the gun, she'll...
Now, what y'all got there, partner?
Do you recognize it?
Nope. How could I? I've always been stuck in that there wall.
She has a point.
If I ask her about the hand.
Now, what y'all got there, partner?
Do you recognize it?
Nope. How could I? I've always been stuck in that there wall.
She has a point.
Gotta find the thing that she recognize at this picture.
Now, what y'all got there, partner?
Do you recognize it?
Nope. How could I? I've always been stuck in that there wall.
She has a point.
If I talk to my partner, she
What's
can
up?
give me a clue.
That's an expensive synth they've got.
It can do all sorts. I tranced a demo. It's probably anatomically accurate, too.
Excuse me?
Well, they won't tell your secrets. You're not going to traumatize them, no matter what you do. So, Mr. and Mr. Vanderwell probably got it to join in once in a while.
But why would...
I forget, you didn't grow up with synthetics.
The body is Dakari Vanderwall?
That's right. Big Fat Vanderwell's husband. Apparently shot several times and landed face down in the water. Ironic. He used to be an Olympic swimmer. Lived and died in the water.
You'd heard of him?
I used to follow his career when I was in the 100-meter
Anatomically correct. I'm stuck on that bit.
Isn't Grove an all-boys school?
It is. And at the time, I fit right in.
Wait, you used to be male?
Surprised?
Well, I wouldn't have guessed.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Okay.
Why do you think someone would lock their refrigerator?
Same reason you'd lock anything else. Something valuable inside it?
But what?
Some people keep wetware at low temperatures to stop GGs.
And GGs are?
Oh, gray goo. Catastrophic exponential reproduction. Under certain conditions, the fabricators and the wetware make more of themselves.
And low temperatures prevent that?
Not really, but higher temperatures definitely accelerate the growth. People like to think they're in control, though.
Okay.
Any luck with the Mindjacker's airship?
Still nothing. Like I said, it just vanished.
And Central
I've got to
still
get into
claims
that
there wasn't
refrigerator.
anything there at all.
But
Or
we
find
saw
something
it, Regis.
Exactly.
made
Something's not right.
recognizes.
Whoever did your changeover must have been one hell of a engineer. What was it? Baseline resequence with a pseudoviral vector?
The field's come a long way since you were in med school, Regis. Took a few other procedures as well. Newton's the best place in the world for that kind of work, though.
Can't argue with the results, though.
You frequently do, almost every day.
You know what I mean. Give me an update on the mindjacking case.
Labs come back with the report on the body at Animus.
We can definitely link that one to our investigation.
Same MO. Victim was wired, brain burnt, but not consistent with a straightforward murder. More like a rapid, intrusive, and destructive brain scan.
So we're still going with memory theft rather than elaborate assassinations.
Exactly. No conclusive patterns on targets, I'm afraid. Vanderwall said he would give us a lead on the next victim, though.
So much for him retiring from organized crime. You'd never mentioned the sex change before.
Well, it's never come up. You're not much for small talk. I understand how personal that garden is to you. And I appreciate how difficult it probably was to open up about it.
So you thought you'd reciprocate with something in your own past?
Pretty much, yeah.
Thanks, Max. What do you think of the apartment?
Expensive and tasteless.
Just gotta try. I'm trying to. I'm gonna just go through the conversation options while I try
Said his
and
husband
work out
decorated it all.
what I could
Apparently,
possibly
this is just
do.
their city place. They've got a much larger house out in the savannah.
So he let Dakari run riot with the design.
Particularly as
Apparently, he should have
pretty
stuck
much
to
time to
swimming.
finish, but I want to try and get this puzzle solved.
Keep at it, Max.
Can do, Regis.
Something to do with people. But I've got no clues as to who, so randomly calling them is not going to make it. Maybe I can let Mother know that he died.
I think we'd better save that call for after we understand what's going on.
Fair enough. Jazz hands?
You've reached Jazz Hands. Jazzercise your way to health.
Nice. Technical fault. Sorry, it looks like this user's traveler is inoperative. Tell them to seek maintenance and that their friends miss them. ERU stand for?
Thanks for calling Blackmail or Us. Don't ask us how we get it, and we won't ask you why you need it. How can I help you?
Sorry, wrong number.
Blackmail or Us.
Hey, this is Al's Body Shop. We've been shut down. So, if we got your stuff, we'll try to get it to you, but who knows? This is the cops. You can kiss me.
Fair enough. I don't think can give me any more information.
Stepford and Son, synthetic Liam Step.
What's this splitter for?
CI plat. All are made. The mate's design.
So if she had
something,
she might.
It may not.
Where would I find
any other plat? It is not simply limited.
Ask
what
that
can you
question.
tell me about this synth?
Everything up until its point of sale. Oh my, yes. We've recently acquired a number of IL-240 platforms, formerly industrial models. With some cosmetic retooling, they're fit for a great many humanoid roles. Oh my, yes.
Like housework.
Oh my, yes. Like this platform, we sell many without including a personality. There are a great many
Creepy.
legal and ethical restrictions on the sale of AIs within
Creepy
Newton.
dude.
But if one were to acquire an AI mind state from elsewhere and incorporate it...
It leaves you completely blame-free for whatever's done with it.
Quite so, Dr. Regis. Oh my, yes.
All about these.
What does the role memory do?
It alters how a platform will perceive a situation, and also acts as a source of knowledge for its job.
How would it be different?
Take, for example, a man in the street. A platform with the role of a sales clerk may see a customer.
A law enforcement unit may see a potential suspect.
Oh my...
That's all I need to know for now.
Please don't hesitate to get in contact if you think we can help. Oh my, yes.
None of these things when I show them to her.
I know you're not keen on modern tech, but that's no reason to take it out on someone else's maid. Go and punch your food machine at home if you really feel like some Luddism.
That's not going to get it open.
I use the gun on the fridge.
That's not going to get it open.
But if I use the gel on the fridge.
That's not going to get it open. That's not going to get it open.
How do I open a fridge that's locked if I don't have the combination lock?
That's not going to get it open.
I honestly have no idea. And it's getting late, so I am going to call it a night. Maybe be playing some more of this tomorrow, I think. And get past this. Did that actually save it? Yes, it did. Let's go here. I'm going to be playing some more of this tomorrow, I believe. But, oh god, that's loud. But for now, anyone who's still hanging around, thank you for hanging out. I am really liking this so far, but it's quite tough. And I've played a few of these point and clicks recently, and I think Deponia was pretty tough. Had some weird ass puzzles. But this one's getting there. But I'm loving the setting, so I'll definitely be playing some more of this. And yeah, no worries, Kiwi. Thanks for hanging out. Even if it was late or early, I don't know where you are. I've forgotten. But yes, thank you. Hopefully, see you again soon. So, bye bye now.